Here we go. Continuing our Ultimate Alliance 3. I'm going to title it a replay through. Call it a replay through. Okay. We're gonna do a best of highlights when we're done with this. That was that's on me. Black Panther is arguably one of, I would say, my favorite characters in this game. Oddly enough, he has this ability right here that doesn't have any synergies. But it's, I mean, it's super powerful. So if you can get by with a character that has, you know, a little less synergy, like I believe his defensive ability also has a hard time synergizing with a lot of abilities in the game. If you can get on board with that and just play this character hunting like solo, I think you're golden. Just gonna drop that Hydra or the aim soldier right on the ground there. Oof, my Marvel fanboy card just about got revoked. He said Hydra. Yeah. Oh, I just love Black Panther in this game. Black Panther is a cool character as is, but in this game he is exceptionally fun to play as. I find it weird that he doesn't have an actual dodge. He has the lunge that like Hulk and Wolverine and a few others have. But I can definitely get over that because he deals some sweet stagger damage on his heavy attack, and his basic attack deals really good true damage. So I find using him in combination with someone like, I have Captain Marvel here in the party. Using him in combination with someone who deals a lot of stagger damage is the most efficient way to use your Black Panther. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. I will also say, completely, I think Storm is 100% the badass that she needs to be for really any game that Storm is in. I mean, you're talking about essentially the goddess. You know, like she is not one of my favorite X-Men, but she is in no way not. If I remember correctly in the comics, she is not an Omega level mutant. I thought I could fly over that. She's not a Omega level mutant in the comics, but there we go. But she is incredibly powerful. I'm not 100% sold on this Carol Danvers either. I miss Carol who used to shoot more beams. This Carol is definitely inspired by the movies, and I understand why they would do it. or by recent comics, not her whole history. I understand why they would do it, but I really miss Carol Danvers, who used more energy attacks and was less of. I mean, they've really turned her into essentially Beam Hulk, right? Like she is the character that can go fist for fist with the Hulk, and OPS she can also shoot beams. Here we go. Hello, Ulysses. It's no shock to me, and it shouldn't be to you, that Claw looks incredibly different in the movies as he does in the comic books and games, because he looks absolutely ridiculous. He looks like a reject Spider-Man villain. Like, he fits into the B team of Spider-Man villains almost. Wouldn't even qualify for a Sinister Six team-up. Alright, swap to BP. Break. Oh, you know what I should do? Little after the fact there, but I should have just remained like this. And then, yeah, I love this. Just go ahead, bounce around, hit me, and then when I'm ready, release. We gotta break this dude. Ah, Ulysses. Hello. There we go. I think Hawkeye is another character that in this game you see played, and it's one of those characters where in the films people joke about how underpowered he is, and then you see him played in here. Oof. And Hawkeye is just a rock star in this game. His retreat ability is just awesome. I don't think anyone can refute Hawkeye in this game being just a powerhouse. And I am having team member after team member die. Here's the hilarious thing. I spent a good amount of time doing Infinity Trials to get everyone up to the level that we're in, because I've said multiple times, I love having all the characters even level-wise, and I spent a good deal of time doing that, and I'm still getting some people wrecked. So this, I won't say it's a difficult game, because it's not. I'm paying attention to words that are coming out of my mouth at the same time as playing the game. I would obviously have much more focus if I wasn't also talking. And there we go. Break, go! And it's still, I would say it's more difficult than the previous Ultimate Alliances. Still not a crazy difficult game. You're not playing Dark Souls or anything. Alright, what do you gotta say, Bucky? To take down MODOK. I can't wait for fans to see a live action version of MODOK. Like, a live... If you guys are not Marvel comic fans, you haven't played through Ultimate Alliance 3, we're gonna play probably up to fighting MODOK here. When you see him, you are just gonna chuckle to yourself and imagine, if they had used MODOK in an Iron Man film and the jokes that RDJ would have had. Everyone is complaining about the way, I will say this, everyone's complaining about the way Cap looks in that new Square Enix Crystal Dynamics Avengers game. I don't think he looks that much different than Cap here, to be honest. And Cap here is a little chunkier than Cap in the movies as well, and a little chunkier than Cap in the comics. I think it's just how they display the character in games. Here we go. There's MODOK. Oh.
There are forces in play here your feeble minds cannot begin to comprehend.
Now, I just want you to picture Peter Dinklage playing the face of MODOK. The rest of it is CGI. I mean, that alone just would give me hype to see the character. Well, and of course, like all powerful psychic and psionic characters in the Marvel Universe, he needs to be in a chair. I think for this, let's swap it to Hawkeye. And let's just use these now. They did not approach as fast as I thought. Scatter shot. Oh, okay. I love that his strong attack is a leap back as well. Hawkeye is definitely not a character that can survive that for very long. I'm gonna grab one of these health globes. His synergies are really weird when playing. So when playing solo, his synergy, like the scatter shot that you do, I don't know where I'm shooting here. His scatter shot that you do in solo is really hard, back up, to time because the computer does not seem, I'm going to switch to Carol here. The computer does not seem to know how to synergize on it correctly. And so you end up shooting your scatter shot, and that's it. There we go. I don't know why this Hawkeye is playing Ranger with point blank shot, but okay. And I will say there are characters that might seem less powerful if you never played them. So like if I let the computer control Hawkeye, you get stuff like what you just saw, right? Like, why is Hawkeye right next to this dude firing at him? Why is Hawkeye standing right next to someone who's shooting with a bow or using zero energy? Like, I remember I got in one battle and Hawkeye literally, when the computer was controlling him, sat there at like full energy. Why is Hawkeye not using any skills? That's weird. Electric arrow is awesome. Use it. Use it, Hawkeye. And that's why we use the ultimate abilities, because in a battle like that, if you're doing even a couple synergies, you're going to recoup that special meter, essentially. Almost, I don't want to say right away, but almost right away. I don't think. What do we have here? I don't think the environments in this, by the way, are as, I guess, diverse or vibrant as Ultimate Alliance 1. But I really don't think that's needed. You know, Ultimate Alliance 1 was such a, like, tour of the Marvel Universe. Or you know, on one stage where you're going to Atlantis, and yeah, all that stuff is cool to see. But it's, I mean, it's not necessary, right? Like, Ultimate Alliance 2 was a superior game to 1, and it wasn't just gameplay. Part of it was, you know, the locations meant something. They were personal to the story. Right, so Avengers Tower being a battle zone when Civil War is going on. The streets of DC around the time that the Registration Act was getting put into place. All of that stuff actually means something to the story. It's not just like... It's not like Atalan here, which is such an afterthought. Like, oh, well, we have to have the Inhumans. These poison guys are a joke. It's such a minor deterrent. The poison, like, doesn't really deal you enough damage for you to care, but it slows you down, so you're getting to them much, much slower, but you're taking, like, 0 damage. To my understanding, we have Kickstarter prep on Sunday, on Monday, but I believe we should have some videos up, and Ben is doing some Magic the Gathering online as well. So we should have some Magic the Gathering online probably tomorrow, because I believe his schedule is usually Tuesdays and Saturdays. This week was a little bit different. He went on Wednesday. I forget why, but just slight variation. They're still getting 2 doses of magic a week, so... Here's a question, Black Panther. How does MODOK know where the catacombs of the necropolis of Wakanda are? I mean, it's like a hidden, no one should know about it kind of area. It's weird that he does. Oh, more ability orbs. I have like 70 and all my characters are pretty much to the max. These purple snipers, by the way, when you get to this level, just eliminate these guys first. They're not only the most annoying, but they deal the most damage. So, and they deal it in really high bursts. They're low, like a low attack rating. Let's pump out this. They have a really low attack speed, I guess. But the attacks that they do, for a character like Hawkeye, yeah, I've absolutely been crit and one-shotted. Which, obviously, to randomly have Hawkeye one-shotted in the middle of this, you know, story mission by a low-level, this poison, is really annoying. I'm aware that I just punched explosives. I'm okay. See that? 5k? Look at my health after one shot from that guy. If you let him sit there and just plug away at you, yeah, that can... I like that they've done a good job with the combat, Team Ninja here, in making it so that, like, when I do that, when Captain Marvel hits her uppercut, I can use a basic attack on the way down, come crashing down. It's minor touches like that that were not available in the previous Ultimate Alliances that have made... It's weird, right? It's weird how one little change to the combat can make combat feel much more enjoyable over the grind of the entire, you know, campaign. Oh, I keep using the top right trigger. For whatever reason, I wasn't paying attention, and not using synergy. I think I get so addicted to doing that with BP that I forget to go back to the synergies with the other characters. The computer's also dumb in that it never picks up health globes and stuff, so you end up having to switch to characters. Well, I'm going to take care of these guys right away. Y'all are done. Oh, her ice shards are so cool. has, if you're seeing that, probably one of the neatest basic attacks too, because she throws like a ball of electrical energy, or a tornado. Just toss that guy around a little. Ooh, yes, please. You know who has a really surprisingly good basic attack in this game? Scarlet Witch. Her heavy, like, wrecks defenses and shields, and her basic is really fast. It generates a lot of EP. So I have found myself really enjoying playing Scarlet Witch because she has such good energy generation when I'm playing her that it's like I can unload every special I have and then unload more special. Just gonna go ahead and set that there and then bust this thing up. Yeah, the guy who voices Rocket Raccoon definitely does his 100% best impression of Bradley Cooper. And I'm not saying it doesn't work, because I enjoy it. I like Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon's voice. And I have nothing against someone trying to make it, seem like, yeah, that could be Bradley Cooper. You have no idea. Wink, wink. I have no problem with that. I think that's just fine. And, let's just be frank, it's smart. Good on Disney. Why wouldn't you? More people are going to be familiar with the Marvel movies, especially something as popular as Guardians of the Galaxy was. Definitely more people are going to be familiar with Rocket in that form than Rocket in, I don't even want to say his comic book form, because what voice does his comic book form? What do we need for this? Tornado it up. There we go. That is another place that I'll tell you this game is much better co-op. The synergy combos for abilities are not mucked up constantly like they are in solo mode, because the computer is just a bonehead. Like, you'll be trying to do the synergy for... Nope, that's just for the bridge. You'll be trying to do the synergy for something like that, and instead, like, let's say you have people with you that synergize with it with a burst or a projectile. You'll have them doing that instead of the one you actually need to do it. And I get it. AI is probably really difficult there. I just don't like it. I also love that you'll just notice I Zelda'd this. You can go in, break these people's pots, and then take stuff from them. I think it's great. Here we go, MODOK. Let's get it. My snack of choice, by the way, when streaming, the rye chips from Gardetto's. That's it. Possibly Reese's. But the rye chips. The rye chips are like... the healthy? They're still not, but the healthy transition from Doritos, which are just air calories. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if I, Oh, God, look at the way Storm just chunks his stagger gauge there. Oh. Let's pop our ultimates after we get the stagger gauge down, and let's swap to Carol to wreck this man in chairs, whatever he is. I don't think MODOK identifies as any gender, nor do I believe he could procreate in a traditional way. That's a weird sidebar. Let's go! Let's go! There's nothing better than Windows telling you it has automatic updates. Nevertheless, I paused. We're back. Let's do it.
Oh, delicious! Who's next?
Alright. So we're eating souls. Oh, I think I'm going to switch to BP for this. I thought he was going to unleash on me there for a second. That was my bad. I don't care for rockets. I wonder if I should, and get more synergies out of Storm and Carol and Hawkeye. So I feel like I need to be hammering him with them. Get that stun really quick, and then unleash. This is arguably, I mean, let's just be honest, people. They're resting on how ridiculous this boss looks. The mechanisms of this fight are even less interesting, I would say, than the Doc Ock fight or the Venom Electro fight early in the game. That's, I mean, I'm not saying lazy. I would never call lazy. Let's just pop it now. Use my giant tornado. I'm not saying it's lazy. I'm just saying there's less creative design space is the nice way of putting it, and there's less political design space spent here on MODOK as opposed to early in the game. Even the Ronin fight. I take that back. This is as compelling as the Ronin fight. Okay, well, you did. It's a lot of Black Panthers. Black Panther has probably one of the most basic suits of any of the like major Marvel characters. And yet it is just one of the sleekest, coolest outfits. Hmm. We don't have to imagine, because we saw it in a movie.
Nice work. That's another. T'Challa says we can store them here in the. I've been wondering the same thing myself. It has. I'm not so certain. Until this, I knew I could do it.
You can count on me, Cap. I've been watching old Chris Evans movies lately, or new ones post-Cap. I mean, he's just Cap now. I hate to tell him, but you're typecast. It would have been like if Alan Rickman went and did any big movies after Harry Potter. I'm sorry, dude, you Snape.
Of course we can.
What do you guys think of them pairing up Rocket and Groot as a single character? I think it's really smart. I don't think either character is interesting enough, so to speak, that they warrant being their own character. That said, I would have been fine if they had just removed Drax and split those two characters, because having Drax and Gamora and Deadpool and Psylocke and like how many sword people need to be in this game?
Of course. Would that be getting tough? For now, yes. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't taking a bit of a toll. Yes. I agree.
Isn't it interesting that amber is used to seal those? It's a plot device in Jurassic Park. If you watch the TV show Fringe, it prevents anomalies. Like, amber is apparently a very powerful substance. Uh-oh.
There is only one hand on which they belong.
The hand of Thanos.
You know, these over-the-top characters of the Black Order, and Supergiant wasn't even in the movies, but these ridiculous-looking Black Order characters look so much better in this art style.
And thankfully, neither do you.
Except for Ebony Maw, who was about as creepy gets.
Fools to gather each of the stones ourselves. I will make certain that our master celebrates what you've done here. In your eulogies.
I mean, he's still creepy, obviously.
Only to take the stones, but if you resist, we will take your lives as well.
Don't listen to him.
Here we go.
Chance. His voice. So strange, but so familiar.
I can read your every move before you make it.
These puzzles are... I believe I said this in my review of the game. These kind of puzzles are really freaking antiquated. I understand that the developers, you know, in interviews have said, hey, we want to bust up the, you know, massive amounts of just ARPG, beat 'em up stuff. We want to break that up. We want some easy logic puzzles or escape puzzles and stuff like that, but man, they are antiquated and old feeling. I mean, even indie games these days have like improved variations of that formula. Why not improve on it? I mean, at least make the puzzle a puzzle.
Then how can we change it? As long as there's hope, there's always a chance.
But he's not your son, now is he? No. No matter how he tries to hide it, this one has a familiar aroma about him.
Now the dude's talking about smells? Ah, Ebony Maw.
Souls of you, Thane, my master's lost progeny. How proud he will be to have you by his side.
He's already chosen which side he stands on.
Cap.
Fall on it as well.
So what was the purpose of the chase? What was the purpose of that? Anyone?
Like I said, until the end. Wait! You came here for the stones, not for their lives. Thane, what are you?
Uh-oh.
Take the stones. But if you must take a life, take mine. Just spare theirs.
Thanos shows no mercy to those who oppose his will.
Thanos is not here. His son is.
Now that I see him, Doesn't Corvus Glaive look a little like Demo Goblin? One of Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery, Demo Goblin.
Perhaps the child
Doesn't he?
the stones are the true prize. With such power at our command, these heroes are nothing more than
I will say I am noticing more having to play through it again. So, you know, silver lining.
they deserve something much worse.
What is yep. We out.
Okay, we are definitely dead this time.
I know this foul place well, noble vermin. The Black Order hath banished us to the Asgardian realm of lost souls.
I love that Thor is a combination of like 4 Thors. Absolutely adore it. I feel like they could have asked Hemsworth to voice his character on here. And it's weird, right, that they pick the more familiar looking Rocket outfit to go with, the more familiar Rocket voice, but then you see stuff like Luke Cage, Cap, Thor, who are further divorced from their MCU counterparts.
Sadly, there is no easy escape from this realm. Protective magic.
Well, thanks for joining me. We will continue this probably tomorrow night as we replay through Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And oh, I love this game. I will probably play through it a 3rd time. I love it. Thank you guys so much. If you like these kind of live plays, you want to hang out, absolutely start doing so. Subscribe to the channel, give us a like or give us a dislike. Let us know if I, said something like Hawkeye's awesome and you disagree, then let us know. And if you guys get a second, drop down in the comments. Who's your favorite Marvel superhero? Are they in Ultimate Alliance 3? If you've seen the DLC, do you think they'll be in? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.